fashion for every muscle group in the body. So we'll start how we usually start, which is on hands and knees and elbows under shoulders. Your knees can be nice and wide so you feel like you have a good base. And then you're going to pull your elbows back so you activate your tissue underneath your arm and into your armpit and maybe into your upper back. Pull your belly button to spine. And then keep the pulling back action as you sit your booty back towards a child's pose. And then relax, come forward again. Elbows pull back, that's the activation. You want to activate your tissue as you elongate it. That creates the internal exfoliation of any hardened tissue. It's like a gentle yanking. So we're using the leverage of the floor and the resistance against the elongation phase to create the change in the tissue. So you'll pulse it. The pulsing adds a cardiovascular aspect, and you'll keep it going for 5 million more until our tissue is nice and flossed. Just 5 million, no big deal. Keep going. Good morning, everybody. And chat me if you have a request, and we will record. Good morning, good morning. Cool. How about 3 more? See if you want to add your cat-cow for the last 2. So curling up into your spine and then looking forward for a mini back bend. Bring your forearms together and pop your hands to the sky. Feel like your arms are going to spread wide out to the sides of your mat. Plug down with your forearms and then lean yourself sideways, starting to wake up the outsides of the shoulders and relieving any tension in the upper back. If you like to add on, you're imagining your heart going up into your spine, so your spine's making a little C curve as much as you can at the top. Keep plugging down through your arms. Let your neck and your nose translate the movement. So the whole sideways movement is translated up through the spine so you can get into your neck tissue as well. Arms are plugging down. I can even feel this in my cheek. When I go to one side, I feel it in that cheek as I look away. And you're flossing the outside of your shoulders. In Chinese medicine, they would call this the large intestine channel, or a little bit near the small intestine channel as well. Keep plugging down with your arms the whole time. That's the most important part. It doesn't matter how far you go in range. It's really all about the connection and staying connected to your body as you go into the stretch. Oftentimes the overstretch happens when we disconnect, when we go unconscious. So the pressing down and the engagement of the tissue is really connecting you to your body and keeping you linked in. Last couple here until you're even. Good. Let's add the punch forward. So now you're going to punch forward with your palms like you're doing a Superman or super person, and then start back with your bum. Tuck your toes if you can. As you come forward, spread through your shoulder heads and try to puff your heart again into your spine. So you're going into that C curve in your upper back, really puffing up, moving the rib cage up towards the sky, and then it's a short range going over your hands. I'm going to go sideways so you can see me if you want that. I'm starting back, I'm punching forward. This engages my traps. As I move over my hands, my traps are getting a stretch, and then I'm going to release to come back. Arms plug forward, shoulders, collarbones go wide. You're trying to make a little curve at the top of your spine, curling in towards yourself. Last one to plug forward and release. Very good. Plug your hands down, downward dog. Heel to heel, walk it out. Shift your hips, shift your shoulders. Good morning, Alex Kim. Yes, yes, yes. A couple more pulses, team. Yeah, any shifts you need, find your calves. Yum. Fabulous work. Very good. Let's bring both knees down. Walk your left leg forward. Grab your blocks on either side of your front foot or grab your ledge. I love the ledge for some extra spaciousness. You're going to pull your heel back. You keep pulling back, and then you sit your booty back for your hamstring. We're getting right into it today. Yeah, work that tissue. By pulling your front heel back, you're flossing the back of your leg out. Very nice. Ledge or blocks, your choice. Ledge or blocks. That's right. So the ledge provides a little more spaciousness in the hip flexor, and the blocks get you a little bit deeper into the hamstring. Both are fabulous. Yeah, if you're a calf person, we're going to add on, if you have your ledge, you're going to sneak one of the legs against the ball of your foot. This is really for more advanced folks, so you can get calf action as you do your hamstring. It kind of creates a locking action for your hammy. That's right. Good. Pulsing back, kicking down with your heel. If you're not sure if your hammy's engaged, put your hand behind your leg and feel that tissue nice and contracted as you elongate. Yeah. It doesn't even have to be about not knowing if it's contracted or not. Actually, the nerves in the hand, there's so many, send signals to the brain that this tissue is trying to change. Gives you an extra bonus messaging to the brain. We'll take it. Cool. Okay, everybody come off your ledge. Bring your hands to the inside of your legs, if you can, using your blocks too, as needed. Your upper arm bone and your leg bone are meeting. You're kicking back with your heel again. Same thing, we're just changing which hamstring we're working on. We're on to our medial hamstring or inner hamstring. Amazing. Very good work. Fab. Let's just go 4 here, finding that upper arm bone and inner leg bone, working the tissue that goes up into the hip joints and into the lower pelvis. Can you feel how all the fascia is interlinked? Like this chain here is working from the ball of your foot, the inner ball of your foot, like the mound of the big toe, up the inner leg, up into the pelvis and into the torso. Yeah, some of you might be able to sense that chain of connective tissue, how it links up. Very nicely done. Very good. Scooch your right knee underneath your left legs coming on top. You can sit in a chair for this one. You can extend your lower leg. If you have a cushion handy, sit up onto your cushion or your blanket, your towel, and you're going to kick down with your knee as you wrap your opposite arm around your knee. Yep, plugging away with your knee and rock it in. Plugging down with the knee and rock it in. Very nicely done. If you need a little more space, sit up onto your ledge. Do the same thing on your chair. Yeah. Amazing. Good job, everybody. So cool. This is just to relieve the outer hip. It's a good little warm-up for us. Last 2. And 1. Very nice job. Let your knee squeeze in towards you and release the hip flexor. Plug the knee down. Just a smidge. Just a short range. Knee starts towards the heart. Hands on the inside of the knee. Squeeze in with your knee and press your knee away gently. Yes, that's right. In Chinese medicine, they'd say this is the kidney meridian, the kidney channel. Last 3. And 2, it's a yin meridian. Can you feel how tender that is compared to doing your hamstring where it's really thick and dense? And 1. Good. Let's switcheroo. I know we haven't done the hamstring on the other side. It's okay to do it in a different order. Kick down with your knee. Your body will benefit in a different way. Nothing is wrong, good or bad. Your leg's kicking away and you're dragging your knee in towards your chest. So nice, team. Good, good, good. The outside of the leg is our protection and our strength for standing up. It's related to the bladder channel in TCM, Chinese medicine. Bladder channel is also associated with honesty. There's something I was thinking about with bladder and honesty, and hopefully it will pop back into my brain later as we practice, as we do more bladder stretches. If you have a prostate, this stretch is really good for that. Squeeze your knee in towards your chest now and switch a Ruski. These two meridians balance each other. Kidney and bladder makes sense. They work as a pair. So you're doing the yin aspect on the inside. So yin being kidney, yang being bladder. Fun to know. Just bonus info. It's like a little map that we can track in our bodies. Fab. Last two. And one. Very nice. Back up for your hamstring on the second side. Ixnay your blanket or your block. If you need to cushion your back knee, always do that, please. Your front heel kicks back and then your booty's sitting back. Very good. Heel keeps kicking back and sit yourself back. Amazing. So great. Here we go. A few more. Very well done. If on the first side you did that little sneaky situation with your ledge and you locked your foot into the flex, you can add on now. It's a shorter range and it's a pressing out with the ball of the foot as you pull your ledge in towards you. Yeah, a little advanced move. Good, everybody. Let's go 3 more here. Really dig in, get a little juicier into that hamstring tissue. Yeah, don't let your resistance float away after you do so many reps. Sometimes we want to do that, right? That's totally normal. And here's your last one. Super, super, super. Walk your hands to the inside of your knee. Pull your heel back. Find your arm bone and your leg bone meeting and pressing against one another. Well done. You got it. Finding your inside hamstring now. Woo. So good. Yep. Last 4. Notate your breath. Where's your breath at? We won't forget to breathe. Our bodies won't let us, which is cool. Thank you, bodies, for always breathing. But being aware of your breath adds a bonus. Last 2. She really can count to 4, can't she? Okay, into your downward dog. Take it up and back. Shake it out. Notice if it feels any different than your first one. Heel to heel. Shift your hips. Shoulders can shake it out as you like. Come on forward into your plank. Let your knees come down. Bring your hands wide and into a little V shape. Hands wide into a little V. Your booty can be high for more support. Your booty comes forward for a little bit of a challenge. Your hands squeeze in, and then you're going to dip yourself forward. Keep your pecs engaged. Inhale to come up. Squeeze in with your chest as you lower yourself down and press yourself up. I have to scooch my, sorry for the noise, scooch my ledge to show this version. Same idea, your booty's just down, you're adding a little bit more weight to your shoulder girdle. Good, you're squeezing in. This is for our lung meridian, our lung space. Getting all the tissue around the lungs to be engaged so that it can also release. Seems counterintuitive to contract what we're stretching, but that's just seems to be the thing that works the best. Passive stretching, trying to change really hardened tissue, doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but also good for hormonal relief. Okay, everybody bring your knees under your pelvis. Walk your hands maybe a little bit wider and turn them to 180 degrees. It's okay if it's a little bit less than that. Squeeze together with your pecs. Keep squeezing, then lean into one shoulder so you're elongating the inner aspect of the arm and come on up. Widen your knees so you have a lot of base to work with so you can get juicy into your hips as you go. Alice, that's for you, darling. Widen your knees. Get even more intuitive about how you're making the movement happen, letting your hips shift. Yum. Yeah, and it can get really juicy that way. Yes, team. Brilliant. Good. A couple more like so. Shifting into one arm and then the other arm. If your elbow bends, no big deal. Your body wants that. As long as you have the squeeze in towards the midline with your palms, you're doing it. Nice. Good, everyone. Fab. Last two until you're even. And one. We just did the chest, so then we should do the outer shoulder. Let's do left leg forward as usual, bringing right elbow on top. Swoop your wrist forward. Keep plugging forward with your wrists, and then take it back for your twist. Inhale, relax, come forward. Press down with your elbow and crank it back. Amazing. Good. Elbow and knee pressed together the whole time. That's right. Love it. Go team, go. Yes. That's right. Good. This is to help us eliminate and let go. So inviting yourself to ask, what do I need to get rid of today that's not serving me? Last three. So great, everybody. Very well done. 2 and 1. Very nice. Stay up on your knees. Let your knees meet, or sit down on your bum, your choice. So if you have sensitive knees, you're up here, please. You can sit down if you like. We're sending our right arm, the one we just worked, to the sky. Grab your wrist. I know it's hard to see. And then I'm going to reach over to my right side, so my right side is contracted. My left arm's going to drag me over for a side stretch. Good, and then we're going to come on back up. So you're trying to press down with your right arm, like your right arm's escaping out of your left hand. That's going to contract your right side body, and you're going to take it over for a side stretch. Good. If you're sitting down, let your hips go all the way to the right, plug down with your right hip, and lean over for your side stretch. Come on up. If you're up here, let your hips zip to the right as you lean left. You got it. Very nicely done. Pressing away with your right hand, pull your belly to spine, lean yourself over. Good. On the next one, we're adding on. As you lean over, let your hips go. Curl into yourself. Everybody can do this. Pull your belly back. As your chest comes forward, your hips go back if you're up on your knees. Come back up into your side stretch and then sit on up. One more time like that. Press over to the right. Keep pressing right. Curl into yourself. Scoop your belly back. Scoop your heart back. Scoop your chin back. Side bend and come on up. Very nicely done. Release. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, I like your shake. So good. Other leg comes forward, please. This is your right leg this time. Left elbow to the sky and left elbow to the knee. Crisscross applesauce, swoopity swoop. Wrist goes towards the top of your mat and then take it back and up for the twist. The whole time, your arm bone and your leg bone are finding a connection. There's an even amount of leverage against the 2 points. That's right. To help you engage that leverage, press your legs down into the ground. As you create that leverage, then you can come up and out of the twist, creating even more stretch in your shoulder. This is for my neck team. If you have neck stuff, we can track a lot of it down into the traps and maybe into the middle back and maybe into the hamstrings. I know my neck stuff's related to my hammies. Hammies determine the setup of the spine. We'll get into those again here soon. A couple more twists, please. Press forward. Keep pressing forward with your wrist. Your top hand's the helper taking you back. It's looking really nice, everybody. Very cool. Wringing out your torso, wringing out your guts. Beautifully done. Last one. And 2. Fini. Good. Come onto your knees or sit up onto your heels. Your left arm's to the sky. You're grabbing with your right hand. Left arm starts to the left. It's trying to swat to the left. That's your resistance. Keep reaching left as your right hand drags you over for the side stretch. Good. Come on up. Let your hips move. Let this be intuitive. Some of us rocked all the way over as we went into our side stretch. You can add on earlier on this side. Press away with your wrist. Keep engaging the side body, feeling the obliques. We're working our gallbladder and our liver channels here. If you're up high, you're letting your pelvis go to the left as you lean right. Inhale to lift up. Let's tack on our curves. Booty goes to the side, bringing your hands forward. Pull your rib cage backwards and up into the spine. Curl your upper back. Let your booty go back and then come on up. Start again. Press left. Keep squeezing your left side body. Curl down in towards yourself. Belly goes back. Whole side stretch, back body stretch on the left. You have one more time. Booty goes to the left. Rib cage goes back, chin curls in, side bend, and come on up. Woo, you did that. Bring your hands to a little clasp. Bring it behind your head. Press your hands forward, push your head back. Feel your chest engaged, like you're going to pull your elbows together. Keep pressing hands forward, head goes back. Open the chest, one more inhale. And exhale, release. Good, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. So good, so good. Okay, while we're on the upper body, should we do our wrist situation? We have a request. So let's do our usual, where we pop our hands on the ground and reverse wrists. If that's hard to do, just do one at a time underneath of you, like very close to your knees. Both hands down, also possible. You're gonna bend your elbows a smidge. Feel like you're doing this. That's your resistance, is the swoop. Keep the swoop happening. Lean yourself back for 2 inches or less and come on forward. Pull hands forward. It's a very small range. You're just opening up the base of the wrist. Engage by pulling the hands forward the whole time. Yes, last one. Very cool. Everybody sit on back onto your knees if you can. You can sit on your bum, no big deal for this one. You're going to put your hands in beaks, little beaks for your hands. Bring them underneath and between your knees. And then feel like you're doing a swoop. And then you're just going to do that. You're going to press your wrist down and then swoop and flick. Press your wrist down and swoop and flick. Very cool. Last two. You're just opening up the top of the forearm as you slide out. Slide and press, slide and press, slide and press. Swoop. And last one, slide and press, slide and press, slide and press. Do you feel it through here? Yeah, good. Okay, cool. Shake that out. Flex your hand, pull your hand back. Take a pause a second. We're going to do this one instead to start. Both hands flex, circles. Both hands flex. You're really pressing your wrists out. Straight arms if you can. The wrist is shooting out towards, the screen, wherever you're facing. Shoot them out wide. Wide and long. Good. Reverse your circle. Very nice. You can stand up and do this too if your knees are tired. Open out to the side. Press your wrists. Keep pressing. Circles. Reverse your circle. That's right. Really press, press, press with the palm of your hand. Good. Now find your beak. Same thing. Circles. Make circles. Press your wrist long. Press, press, press. Good. I like this. We look like the coolest zombies ever. And then to the side, circles. You can go in to start out. And reverse your circle. Very nice. Oh my gosh, this is a cool dance sequence I'm seeing right here. Flex one hand back, same idea. This is a little bit more advanced. So if you want to go to the free floating one, you can. Now bring it across your body and open. Bring it across and open. Just 2 more. And cross and open and cross and open. Good. Switch to the other hand. Flex the other hand. Circles. Very nice. We're getting rid of our texting hands. That's what we're trying to release, and our forearm issues because of all the typing and texting. Criss and cross and criss and cross. Find your rib cage nice and loose on your spine. Very cool. Good. And really shake it out. That was a lot on the arms. Last thing, I'm going to sit on my bum so you can see me, so I have a little less, I have more screen. Bring your left arm to the sky and your beak. Left arm to the sky, right hand comes on top. Smell your armpit, and then press your left wrist to the sky. The right hand drags you down, and you lean away from your armpit. Lift on up. Smell your armpit. Smelling fresh. Left fresh, left fresh. Press up with your wrists and open your neck. Let yourself turn your chin a little bit as needed to find that juicy spot in your neck. Easy does it. Press up with your left wrist. Keep pressing up. Lean away. Very nice. Good. And one more time, please. Lift up with your left. Your left arm's resisting to the sky. Your right arm's dragging it down. And you're opening the left neck. Ooh la la. Good. Other side, please. Right hand like a beak. Right hand to the sky. Right arm presses up. You look into your right armpit. Give yourself a little hello and then lean away from yourself. Find that neck space. So good. You're opening the tissue in the side of your neck. If you tilt your chin forward a little bit, you're getting towards the back of your neck. So you choose where you need to go. Looking in, looking away. Good. Nice. Last one. Ooh la, very good job, team. Cool. Last thing, let's do the front of our neck. Bring your hands into a little interlace. Found my word. Chin pulls down towards your heart. This is really delicate. This is light resistance. You're lifting yourself up. Little look to the sky. And releasing down. Curl your head all the way down. Squeeze in with your belly. Protecting your spine. You don't need to go very far. Chin is pulling down the whole time as you lift yourself up. You're spreading in the front of the throat. And release. Good. One more time. Pulling your chin up, up, up. Good. And then let's do 5 strengthening for the front of the neck. It releases the back of the neck. You're going to press down. Relax. Press down. Relax. You're gently resisting. The front of the neck is getting a little weights. We're doing weights for the front of our neck. It's going to relieve the heaviness on the back of the neck. 2 and 1. Yum. Good. Release. Very nicely done. Pop your hands behind you. Bring your legs in front, bent or straight, your choice. Bend into your elbows. Pull your hands back so you feel that swooping action. That engages the front of the chest. And lift yourself up for a puff. Release. Come on down. Elbows bend. Hands pull forward. They keep pulling forward as your elbows straighten. Good. And soften down. Some of you are lifting up into reverse tabletop. Lifting the pelvis up. And some of you are doing the full reverse plank. Pointing your feet down as you pull your hands towards your toes. Good. 2 more wherever you are. I like the small ones, especially if we're focusing on changing the tissue. The other 2 are great for adding a little strengthening action as you open the chest. Good. Did I count to 2 yet? There's your 2. We'll call it. Good. Come on up. Grab your ledge. We got to get more into our legs. Grab your blocks or your ledge, your choice. We're coming into a pigeon. I'm going to give you an option if this doesn't work for you. It's a very high pigeon. My foot's tucked in towards my other leg. I'm going to flex my foot. I keep kicking down, and then I'm going to dip my torso forward. And I come on up. My front knee is plugging down. That engages the outer glute. And then I'm going to dip myself forward. Good. If you don't like that version, Come onto your back and take number 4 stretch. You're going to interlace your hands behind and grab your knee pit. Plug away with the top foot. Keep plugging away and then drag your legs in. Good. Plug away with your foot. Keep plugging, drag legs in. That's right. If you're on your back, you can add on by lifting your chest up. Look at your legs. Chest goes down, head goes down, and your legs go away. Squeezing up and in. And release. One more for everybody. Amazing. Come on up. Wherever you are, we're going to pop up into our pyramid shape today. Long legs, please, in 2 lanes. So make sure you're not on a tight rope to start. Lift up onto your back toes. You're going to pull your front heel back to engage your hamstring. There's a micro bend in your front knee. Bend into your back knee. On your mark, get set, go. There's your stretch. Inhale, come forward. The front heel swoops back. It keeps swooping back, and then sit your booty back. Very nice. Here we go. Pulling the front heel back. Plugging down with the ball of your foot. And pulsing this. Hands on blocks or hands on ledge, as you like. We're back in our bladder channel here, getting that support system to work for us as efficient as it can. So we want a sturdiness, a strength, but we also want elasticity. The hardening of the back body is what kind of shrinks our spine and compresses our spine. You can imagine that. The more elastic, the more suspension. The more hardened, the more compression. Your back foot's going to sneak crisscross applesauce for a pulse. And then it's going to open wide to the side for a pulse. Let your hips shift as needed. Crisscross applesauce, please. And wide to the side. Maybe I should have become a kindergarten teacher because I just like to say crisscross applesauce. Your back foot sneaks across. Amazing. And your foot goes wide to the side. Very good. Crisscross. And wide to the side. This is your last one. Go back towards neutral for 2 more. Finding that central aspect of your hamstring. Good. And 1. Bring your back foot in a smidge. Move your blocks in or your ledge in, and then step into number 4 shape on that leg that you were just stretching. So you're back into what was your pigeon or your number 4 on your back. Straighten the front knee, and then bend, dip your pelvis down. Lift up. Plug down with this ankle into your knee bone and sit your booty back like you're sitting into a chair. If this is too hard for you, you're going to sit down in the chair and just dip your torso instead. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, good options, everybody. Cool. Let's switch. Change to your other side. Pigeon on the second side or number 4 on your back. Good. Nice high pigeon, please. Flex the bottom foot if you can, or the front foot, I should say. The front knee plugs into the ground. You keep plugging down, and you're going to dip yourself down. Come on up. Very well done. Dipping down and coming up. If you're on your back, you're like so. Your knee is plugging in, your foot is plugging into your knee, and you're dragging your legs in towards your chest and then lowering yourself away. Squeeze up, drag in, and lower yourself down. Good. You have about 5 more wherever you're at. Stay juicy. Stay with the outside of your hip. This is where your gallbladder meridian runs. Focusing on having all that good cholesterol in the body that lubricates our joints. Last 2. and 1. Very nice. Pop yourself up wherever you are. You're taking pyramid, pyramid, pyramid. The leg you just stretched, right? In case we're on opposite legs. Pull your front heel back and sit into your back knee. Amazing. So well done. Heel pulls back the whole time. Keep going. Yes, staying with this nice bit of engagement in the back of the leg. Amazing. Good. Let's add on the crisscross, so popping back. Crisscross applesauce with your back foot and then step it wide to the side. Let your hips lean out. You're pulling back with your front heel the whole time, please. Keep pulling back and pop yourself into this kind of variation on your hyper pyramid. Very nice. Good job. Last 2 for this set. Nice. And your back foot goes back into neutral for 2 more to finish it off. Bring your back foot in just a smidge. Bring your other foot on top for number 4 stretch. Your top foot's plugging down into your knee and your booty sits it back. Booty sits back and lift yourself up. Booty sits back and up. Very cool. 2 more. You've got it. Well done. So good, Alex. Last one. And release. Let's all bring our feet wide to the side, please. Squeezing together with your inner thighs. Let yourself bend in one knee. Let your booty go back. Hands can be on the ground or on your blocks or on your ledge. You can also stand up and put your hands on your hips. Squeezing together with your inner thighs the whole time. Your feet are trying to be parallel. Very well done. Keep hugging in, bending into one knee and then the other. Finding that inner thigh, that tightness in the groin potentially, and letting that tissue start to melt and change. Talking about stickiness, I know we talk about that a lot with liver for feeling stuck. This is a great one to come back to unstick ourselves. That'll be a little irritation and frustration prevention. Last 2. And 1. Very nice. Come on down. Let's do our small intestine stretch. Sit up onto your blanket or your block. We're going back into the upper body. Elbows come into your knees, inside your knees. Elbows do the chicken. Hands do Madonna. Press hands together, press elbows out. The legs are going to smush your elbows in. You can let your chest go back into that little C curve if you like. Lift up and out. Press out with your elbows. Keep pressing out and then use your knees to smush yourself together. Very well done. You got it. Good. And then if you want a little tempo, you can start to really pump it. Think of bellows of the fire. That little machine. Remember the little machine we used to use to help us make fires? Don't really see that anymore. But my grandma had one. I loved to do that thing. That worked the bellows. So you'll stimulate the fire in your digestion when we're doing this, cleaning out. Some of us are going to flip one arm, one elbow in. You use that to bring yourself across. If that seems like a lot, you're staying here. Otherwise, your elbow flips. You use that elbow as pressing out, and you're bringing your knee across your body to smush your elbow to your midline. Good. Keep going. My other team, you've got it. Switch my elbow team. Yes. Nice. Good. Switching sides if you didn't already. Amazing. Last 2. And 1. Everybody come back to here. Press your hands together. Press your chest backwards. Let your chin tuck. Let the back of the neck open. Plug out with your elbows and just easy does it. Small, tiny movements between your shoulder blades, getting any stickiness out of that zone. Good. Are we okay to do one more thing for our upper body? And then we'll do thymus. Crisscross your arms into an eagle or hold your shoulders. You're going to lift your elbows up towards the sky. You're plugging your forearms together. And you're squeezing yourself down into a small ball. Good. Lift yourself up. Lift yourself up. And then squeeze yourself down. Last one. Lift up. Squeeze yourself down. Stay down. Pull your belly button up. Pull your rib cage in and take a couple sways side to side. Find your inhale. Find your exhale. Find all the juicy stuff that wants a little attention back there. And release. Arms into a big V shape. And switch which arms on top. Good. Elbows to the sky. Press your forearms together, please. Keep pressing your forearms in and then curl yourself down into a small ball. Release your upper back. Inhale, lift yourself up. That's right. And then squeeze yourself down. Good. Can you feel this up into your heads? I get this into my temples when I do this one. Good. Stay down here. Plug your forearms and take your sway. Notice if you're holding your neck. That's okay. It probably needs a little protection. Just notice that. Take some nice big breaths. Keep plugging your forearms. That's your safety net. The resistance is your safety net. Cool. Come on up. Release nice and slow. Big V arms. You can flex your wrists. And release. Find a wall. Find your ledge. If your ledge is not sturdy, find a wall. We're going to do our roll downs for our traps. So my ledge is not high enough, but if I had a wall to demonstrate with you, my legs would be up about a little over 90 degrees above me. My feet are plugging into the wall. I'm going to lift my pelvis up. My arms are going to plug down. That's my resistance. The arms plug down the whole time, and I'm going to slowly peel myself down one vertebra at a time. And then I'm going to lift myself back up. The resistance is the arms plugging down to the ground. The roll down is the motor that creates the stretch in the upper back in the traps. The arms are plugging down the whole time, and we're stimulating the gland that sits underneath the sternum, the thymus gland. Thymus produces T cells. Those are big white blood cells that help fight off the heebie-jeebies in the body. This is a great stretch to do all the time. We always want to boost our immune and make it as strong as possible. Arms plugged down. Keep plugging down the whole time. Amazing. Do one more time, please. One more time. Great work. Good. I love how you took the other option if you needed it. Amazing. Good. You guys, we're at 10 o'clock, but if you want to just release your hip flexors with me, let's bring our feet a little bit wide to the side. I'm going to go left leg first, bringing my right ankle across my left knee. My left knee's pressing out gently for resistance, and then I'm going to drag my knee across, opening the front of my hip and getting into my stomach line a bit. Pressing out with the knee. This is where your stomach channel runs down the outside of your quad, and then pulling the knee into the midline. The left foot has to start wide, so this would be neutral. Left foot has to go wide to the side for this to work and for it to be okay for your knees. Flex both feet so your knees are protected. Good. Take one more on this side. Very good work, everybody. So fab. And then switch, 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 switch. Your right foot's going wide to the right. You're flexing both feet. Your left foot, is dragging your right knee across to the midline. Plugging out to the right with your right leg. So you're pressing a little bit out for resistance. And then the top foot has to work to drag the knee across. So fab. Good, good, good. Last two, please. And one. Beautifully done. Excellent work, team. Thank you so much for stretching.